23. Good morning. I'm Pete Demetrio. I'm that large, ugly guy you see at the start line and the finish line who never stops talking. We've got good news this morning. One, the rain may stop in the next 12 hours. We'll get a chance to dry out. But concerning the Baker to Vegas route, perk your ears up on this one. For the first time in almost a decade, there is no construction of any kind on the road between the start line and the finish line. No dodging cones, no switching to other sides of the road, no detours, nothing. All you're going to have to worry about is running, which is good. Now, weather conditions, I don't want to give you any guarantees. Best estimates we're hearing right now is somewhere in the vicinity between mid-80s now. But then again, race day, who knows what the hell's going to happen on that type of stuff. We're at 235 teams. That's 4,700 runners. And from what I understand, Rick, what we've got, our international contingent is Canada, Australia, with our friends from Germany who are here. Hamburg or Berlin? Berlin. Berlin's crazy. No. True story. Last time Hamburg and Berlin were here, 5 o'clock in the morning, they're running on leg 18. Hamburg and Berlin are shoulder to shoulder. Berlin guy is falling a little behind, so he gets a bit pissed off. What does he do? He whacks the Hamburg guy with his baton. And for about 50 yards, according to the motor officer who was following him, they were whacking each other on the shoulders or on the head with the batons, sort of like who's going to beat who up. Well, the motor officer pulled on over and said, knock that off, and yeah, that type of routine. So who knows what'll happen? We've got Australia and Canada. So God knows, 3 of the biggest beer drinking countries in the world are going to have teams here. Vegas is going to be a very fun place, to say the least. It's going to be interesting, to say the least, on this one. Again, the last year was a shakedown. This year, we're back in tune with everything. And I promise we'll do the best we can, at least on my part of the start and finish line, to make sure you guys get called off correctly and get put out correctly when you come in and cross the line. Hopefully there'll be no hiccups or anything else happens on that, and we will do just fine as far as ambulances, ice, and everything else is concerned. Most of the logistics have been worked out. 235 teams. Rick told me that in the first week in January, we were at about 210. Then all of a sudden people realized, you know what? We've got to go to Baker to Vegas. And he got an avalanche of checks and everything else all of a sudden. I don't know if anybody else is still going to come in, Rick, but it's possible. Whether they're in time or whether they have time to do what they have to do to get prepared, who knows? But at any rate, 235 is what we're talking about. We'll see all you guys out there. I'm going to break off right now and give it over to Rick Santos. I've got a lecture to give to a whole bunch of firefighters down the hill. But trust me, I'll see you in Vegas. All right? Great. Rick?
Thanks very much, Pete. Appreciate it. Well, welcome to the final team captains meeting for 2023. Appreciate all of you guys coming out. I know the weather hasn't been very cooperative, but thankfully right now it's pretty nice. If you haven't picked up your shirts, is there anybody who still has to pick up their shirts before we get going? Okay, 1, 2. All right. You guys, once we're done with the meeting, come on down and we'll get you your shirts. So, because we do not want to take those out to Vegas with us. So please. If you're listening on Zoom and you still need to pick up your shirts, just reach out to me, make arrangements. Again, either pick them up at my home or here at the academy. My house is pretty simple. Any time of the day usually works. We just put them out and you guys can swing by and grab them. As Pete said, my name is Rick Santos. I'm the race coordinator. Got my assistant coordinator over here in the corner. She's hiding, Adina. You guys are going to probably hear from her soon with your volunteer stuff. We got our general manager, Ruben Crane, general manager from Lap Rack, puts everything together for us. Ruben Gonzalez, I don't know if he's here. Nope, he wasn't able to make it. He's the club president. Amanda Langford is the Baker to Vegas chair. And obviously you guys all know who Pete is. We're going to start off with some of our sponsors. First thing, if you guys haven't received your numbers or put in your order, Smitty is back there today. He's got numbers with him. If you guys want to go back there once the meeting's over, he can take care of you guys. First group that I'm going to bring up is our title sponsor. Los Angeles Police Federal Credit Union has been with us for quite a few years. When others didn't want to step up, they definitely did, and have taken really good care of the race. So we appreciate them and the great partnership that we've created. So Daniel from Police Federal Credit Union. Thanks, Daniel.
Thanks, Rick. My name is Daniel Sines, Los Angeles Police Federal Credit Union. On behalf of the credit union, we do have some special guests here today, actually. My colleague, Zach Egger, my Vice President of Marketing and Business Development, Matt Dalton, our COO, Avo Mercatanian, and our CEO, John Raymer. And on behalf of the credit union, we just wanted to thank you guys once again and just really show our support and our appreciation for what you guys do day in and day out. We know this race is very important to you guys. It's your time to unwind, relax, have fun, and build some camaraderie. And the credit union is just honored to be part of that. And just very honored to be the title sponsor for the entire race. Couple announcements for the folks and the teams that we did sponsor. We have the decals for your follow vehicles available at our table. So if you're here today and we sponsor your team, please come by, grab 3 decals for your follow vehicles. And hopefully you're not camera shy and you're willing to take a photo with us. We will also have these decals at our check-in table at the Rio. So Friday night, when you guys check in and grab your t-shirts and everything for the race itself, we'll have a table there. You can also pick up vehicle decals. For the folks at home that aren't here today to pick up your decals, you'll be able to pick up decals at all 4 branches as well. So if you're familiar with our 4 branch locations, you'll be able to show up and grab your decals there. 2 locations that we're going to be in terms of booth space. We're going to be at the LA County Sheriff's Homicide Barbecue. That's off-site, I believe, on Sunset Parkway at a business center. And we're going to be at the Rio booth as well, or at their convention at the end, at the finish line. So once again, we just really appreciate you guys. If we have not sponsored you yet, and you're within LA County, Orange County, Riverside County, San Bernardino County, and you still have time, so get your sponsorship requests in. And we do have a flyer for you. If you're here and you need sponsorship still and you're within those counties, please reach out to us. We'd love to help you. All right. Thank you guys and good luck.
Thanks, Daniel. Like I said, guys, let's try and get those decals on. The credit union does do quite a bit for all of us, not just the race, but a lot of the teams as well. So get your decals and get them on your vehicles. The next person I got coming up is National Life Group, and that's Javier Rodriguez.
Good morning, everyone. Just real quick, wanted to let you know that we're going to hold our raffle for a brand new. This is the latest model of the tablets from Amazon. You have a raffle entry form on your table. If you can please go ahead and fill it out, turn it into myself. I actually have a very special assistant, my wife, today with me, or her, and we'll go ahead and raffle this off at the end of the webinar. At the end of the actual meeting. But I just want to also thank all of our clients. We just surpassed, for those who don't know, what we do is we help you bulletproof your financial future, having you leverage your taxable income in retirement with tax-free income and so on. We just surpassed $100 billion in face amount from all of the clients, almost 1 million clients nationwide. And so I just want to thank everybody. Now we've got a lot of our clients are in here as well. So please fill out the form, and then we'll also send you information on how we can help you sponsor your fundraising barbecue. We just did a lot since the last team captains meeting, West Valley. I know Hollenbeck is working on it right now, and a bunch of other divisions. That money isn't everything, but it ranks up there with oxygen when it comes to life, and also when it comes to the bigger to Vegas race. So remember, make it better to have more money than you need than not enough. So thank you. Good luck. Thank you.
Javier and his company has been part of the race for a few years now. And like Javier says, I've yet to have a team come up to me and say, hey, dude, we just have more than enough money. We don't need any more money. So reach out. It's pretty simple. Next group I've got is 911 Financial. You guys would like to come up and speak? 911.
All right, good morning. My name is Mark Benavides. I'm a financial advisor with 911 Financial Services. This is actually our first year participating in Baker to Vegas, so we decided to jump in and be a platinum sponsor. So we're really excited about being a part of it. What we do primarily, we're a wealth management firm. So we're a registered investment advisor within LAPD. Primarily, we've been working a lot within their deferred comp. So we manage the self-directed part of their deferred comp. So we've been reaching out to a lot of different agencies. If you guys have a similar plan within your deferred comp that allows you to go self-directed, we can manage it for you. Also, if you are looking for sponsorship, like a lot of the other sponsors, please reach out to us. My number is 626-625-6740. I have cards back over there, or you can reach me at email mark, M-A-R-K, at 911financialservices.com. And we'd like to get you guys, some money to help out. We know it's an expense and we want to help and participate. So again, my name is Mark Benavides. Thank you very much. Good luck, and we will see you in Vegas.
Thank you, Mark. Like Mark mentioned, this is his first year, but to his credit, he's been around for a little bit, noticed the race and decided, he wanted to jump in both feet and become a sponsor. So please utilize his services. The next group I have is World Financial Group. Oh,
we're on Zoom. Good morning, everyone. You guys hear me okay?
Yes.
Awesome. My name is Annette Uribe. I am a proud wife, a police officer. My husband and I are very excited to sponsor this year's Baker to Vegas. He's been a police officer for the last 18 years. I know first and foremost, the hard work you guys put on as captain. He's been captain for 5 years. And it's really exciting to be on the other end of the race. We are looking forward to getting to know many of you. We'll be there as vendors in person. If you are a captain, please stop by at our booth. We do have a special gift for you. My husband and I wanted to be part of this Baker to Vegas, and foremost, for the future Baker to Vegas, he knows first and foremost how hard all of you work. And we're here to really help you any way we can with any financial planning, with anything that has to do within your future, your families. And we look forward to helping you any way we can. So again, I'll put my information on the Zoom in case you guys need anything, and we'll be there in person. We'll see you guys.
Thank you very much. And one of our other sponsors is going to come up and speak. This is Mark Abrams with Mobile Relay Associates. This is the radio company that I sent the flyer out to all of you. So Mark is here to talk a little bit about his system and answer any questions that you all have.
Good morning, everybody. You should all have these flyers out on the table, a copy of the brochure and our pricing sheet for the radios. We have the only radio system that allows you to talk across almost the entire race course. We cover about 97% of the race course. We only have a couple of dead zones in the mountain passes, which is far superior to what cellular can provide you. So you can keep in contact with your race teams, your follow car and your shuttle vans that bring your runners to the stages. And our system allows you to talk from anywhere to anywhere on the course. So if you've got people out in Pahrump, or if you got people over by the start line, you can talk to your team captain in Las Vegas at your command headquarters. So if you're interested in it, come see us. We've got a table over here, and we're happy to answer any questions that you may have. The other issue I wanted to cover is we still have several race teams that have credit from the race that was canceled. Some teams elected to get a refund, and most teams actually elected to take credit for the next race. Many of the teams have used it, but we still have plenty of teams that have not used their credit. Don't make the assumption that just because you have credit, we're gonna have radios out there for you. You need to contact us and set up a rental, and whatever your credit is will be applied against the cost of the rental. So it may be totally free, or there may be some small balance that you have, depending upon what you decided to do with radios for this year. So please contact us so that you don't show up at the race expecting radios and not have them. Does anybody have any questions? Guess not. Okay, well, come and see us afterwards.
All right, I wanted to begin by acknowledging all of our support staff that are out on the race course. But there's a few here and a few of the leads that help out, go above and beyond. And I wanted to mention them from our communications side. We've got Jeff Lee here. If Jeff, you can raise your hand. Those of you who have questions regarding the communications forum, whatnot, reach out to Jeff. Take advantage of the fact that you're here, and so is he. From the RV support side, I've got Lisa Villa. Medical support side, I've got Robert Seabury and Mike Leslie. Mike's here as well. Our head physician is Troy Pennington. Medical radio network, our lead is Ruzi Marbury. Our surveyor is Jim McDonald. And heading up our safety patrol is Blair Stevens. These guys and gals, they start on this race months before you do. And as busy as you all are, they are equally as busy, and they take time out just to ensure that the safety of the race is there. On the medical side, it's always challenging, especially since COVID, and they're working diligently to ensure that not only on the communication side, we have everything in play, but also that, we have enough ambulances and doctors and nurses out there. So please, when you see them out there, or if you come across them today, just say thank you, because they do quite a bit for us. YouTube, if you guys haven't already, please make sure that you subscribe to the channel. There's a lot going out on there. There's a lot of videos out there. Please utilize the videos. I don't mind answering questions that are new. However, a lot of the stuff can be answered just by watching the videos. There's how-to videos, there's informational videos. Please take a minute and scroll through the channel and look for those videos. It's getting a little hectic now, to say the least, on my end. So I don't always have time to go through and research for you. The videos are there, pull them up and go through it. And if I'm missing something, hey, I'll put it out. So that way, because if you have the question, chances are somebody else has the same question. On race weekend, Dina and myself will get there early, and we will put out stage 20. We will put out a video on stage 20 that I highly encourage you have your stage 20 runner take a look at. We're going to pick it up at Desert Inn in Valley View, and we're going to drive the course so that way your runner can see what it's like. So make sure that you share that link with your runners as well as your support staff. The rental vehicles, if you haven't done so or you need rental vehicles, bakervegas.net, go under the travel and accommodations. There's an enterprise link there. Just go through, you can rent your vehicles. It will ask you at checkout, are you traveling on behalf of LapRack for this rental? Please select no. If you select yes, you won't be able to finish. If you select no, then you'll be able to go through and finish everything up. So jump on there and utilize that service there. The memorial slideshow. This is the slideshow that gets shown at the award ceremony. It's for anybody who's passed since the last race. If you want to submit their photo, please do so. I think there's 3 photos that we're requesting, one in the line of duty if they are an officer, if it's support staff, and them at the race maybe, as well as a couple of others. This is due no later than March 17th. Please don't wait till the 16th or the 17th and then start texting me or calling me saying, hey, I can't figure it out. get on it now, so that way if you are having difficulties, we can figure out what's going on. And that way you can get that on there, because we don't want to miss out on any of those. March 17th. Communications, like I said, Jeff is here. The form is due March 4th. If you have questions, hit them up before you leave today. The FRS radios, some people have asked about FRS radios. They are fine with the follow vehicles. But again, if you're using FRS to try and communicate with your team, just understand, like Mark talked about, there's not a whole bunch of coverage out there. So understand that, you know, your FRS radios may not work really well as a communication source outside of just follow vehicle to follow vehicle. Also, if you do not get that form in on time, you will be penalized. As I mentioned before, Jeff cannot get going on what he has to do as far as assigning frequencies until everybody turns their stuff in. So Jeff is sending me a list almost daily as to who hasn't turned it in. I think we're at about 23 teams. Okay, so that's good. 23 teams that need to get it in. So please do so. The FRS radios I've talked about. Final run times. These are due today. Please do not send them to me. I'm getting emails saying, hey, here's our runtime. I have nothing to do with, I do collect the data, but that data has to be entered into the system. There is a how-to video on YouTube that I took step by step to show you how to do it. Please utilize that video. Okay, do not send me your final runtime, because it does me no good. As Pete mentioned, to our knowledge, there is zero construction out on the course. That's a good thing. So it's completely open up. Checking the weather, you know, trying to forecast that far out. I've looked and it doesn't look horrible, but again, we're 30 something days out. So I don't know how accurate that's going to be. That's really the bulk of the stuff that I have for you guys. Make sure that your forms are in. Make sure that you guys are making from the side of the using the site. Make sure that you're logging in. Make sure you know how to log in. Make sure you know how to send out your runners invites. If you don't know all your runners yet, it doesn't matter. Just start sending some out, because some people are experiencing problems. And what those problems are is trying to utilize department emails. You might be able to send one at a time. You might be able to send two at a time when it comes to department emails. I don't know, because every department's kicking them back a little bit differently. However, I do know that they're not taking the bulk. So if you're going in there and you're submitting all 20 something of your runners at once, separated by a comma and no space, you're getting kickbacks. And then all of a sudden I see the kickback, but I have no idea who it's coming from. And so I don't have the time to go through and say, hey, team such and such, you got this kickback or that one. Your runners just aren't getting their communications. So the easy fix is personal emails. The harder fix is one at a time. You choose which is best for you, but start doing it now, so that way we can start troubleshooting whatever is going on. Because if you wait, again, you're going to wait till the last minute. And I know this because you all did it last year. We end up trying to scramble and you guys freak out a little bit, and we're trying to walk through stuff. So please get that in now. Categories are all set. I will, as soon as I get all the estimated times, I'll start working on start times. I promise you, I will get them out as soon as I can. I promise. I don't want to hold on to them any longer than what I have to. I want to get them out. So I know some of you guys are reaching out, but I still have teams that have not submitted a final runtime. So please stand by. As soon as I get them, I'll work on them this weekend. I hope to have them out this weekend, but I can't put it out until I get everything. First flight will shoot off at 08, and the final flight will shoot off at 1600. So everybody will be somewhere inside there, promise. That's all I got, I believe, unless we have questions. What questions do we have? Yes.
the invites out to all my runners. Some of the runners were saying that I didn't get it, so we had runner A sharing their or secondary. Right, so that caused a big headache, so I had to go out on it, so I wasn't sure if other departments were ready to do that too, but, it's got. Oh my God.
All right, so it was an informational thing, and what it is you cannot share the runner's link. So if you send it out to one of your runners and they used a personal email address and somebody else used a department one and your department one didn't go through, I can't forward that link to anybody. That link is specific to that email address. I can't even forward it to one of my own or one of my other email addresses. It's specific to that email address. Please understand that, because what's going to happen is they're going to try and pull it up and an error message will come up. And then you guys will email me saying, hey, look, this link isn't working. And the first question I'll ask is, did it get forwarded? And I generally don't get a response back because that's what happened. They fixed it. So you cannot forward emails links at all. It's specific to the email address. Thank you for that. Anybody else have questions? Do you have any questions on Zoom, Ruben?
Someone asked you to repeat the question, but it really wasn't really a question. It was just, you can't forward invite links. And then alternate runners, do they need an invite?
So alternate runners, everybody needs to be on that roster. So if you think they're gonna run, send them an invite. Because I need that waiver signed. And the only way to get that waiver signed is through that link. Also, one of the things that I'm getting is people are reaching out to me and saying, hey, look, I've got more than 20 runners and all of a sudden I only see 20. As soon as you move a runner into one of the slots, even if it's in an alternate slot and hit save, your other runners will start to populate. The page will only show so many runners at a time. So just move them around, hit save, and then you'll get the others. And since we're on that topic, on the alternate side, I know it says alternate for 1, 2, etc. Just start at the top and work your way down. It's not specific to the leg. I don't care. It's easier when I print them out if you have them all towards the top. Because if you have alternates on number 20, it prints all crazy. So just list them all the way to the top, your alternates. And as long as they're on that roster, they're solid. Don't worry about it. We can make those changes. Anybody else?
Oh, there's a few on.
Yes.
A new team about for final stage in the city and look, you can't download it, find it. I guess we'll look for like 20.
All right. So for those, if you're looking for stage 20, just reach out to me, shoot me an email. I will send you the map of the actual route. And like I said, we will drive it and we'll show it to you as well. Because it does get a little confusing, especially once you get inside the parking lot. There will be some signs this year with glow sticks attached to them, all that good stuff. We're trying to make sure that it's clearly marked. Learned a lot from last year, 100%, especially when it came to the parking lot. But we will have some signs out there as well as, like I said, we'll videotape or record it and post it.
They want to know if Gemini is going to offer the texting updates.
Gemini will offer the same service that they did last year in regards to the updates on your team. For those new teams, what it is Gemini will send out a link, or I'll send it out once I get it from them. You register, and then as your runner crosses the stage, you'll get an alert. So as soon as your starting runner crosses and hands off to 2, you'll get an alert. Also, I am going to send out directions on how to receive the baton at the stages. There's an incoming side and an outgoing side on either side of that timing map. The exchange has to occur on the outgoing side of the map. So I don't want any runners staging on the incoming side. Hopefully that makes sense. If not, I do have a diagram that I will post and send out to you guys. But everything the exchange has to occur on the outgoing side, so that way it can record the time.
Hey, Rick, I got a quick question. I don't know if you can hear me.
Yes, go ahead.
As far as the vehicle change at 16, 15 and 16, how does that work again? Because only one vehicle can go in, correct?
At stage 16, there will be a placard in your packet that you pick up on Friday. That placard will allow you access up to the top at 16. Only one vehicle per team, period. We just, parking is limited up there, but there will be a placard in your packet that you pick up.
Okay, and I remember that last year, but I do know that that road right there that we parked on, it is a one-way. So you have to what, drive like down and around? You might have to go like a mile or two, because I think that's what we did last year.
I'm not exactly 100% sure what you're referring to. I know that the road goes up to the archery range. And we should have an egress as well, a way out.
Okay, okay. Thank you.
Are there going to be follow van meetings in Vegas or just inspection at start line?
There will only be an inspection at the start line. I will go over, like I did last year, the follow vehicle rules. I'll create a video and I will post that onto YouTube. So that way, if you have a new follow vehicle driver, they can reference that and look over some of the stuff.
Are long jogging pants allowed? I understand no sweatpants, but someone would prefer to run in yoga pants.
That's fine. Yeah, I have to reference the rule. I forget what it is in regards to the temperature, but I think it's fine. It's in the rule book. I don't have it in front of me.
How about the other stages? I have not had 2017. Are stages 17, 18, 19 the same? I don't know where to tell my runners to show.
The stage maps should be on the bakervegas.net website. So you're toggling between two sites, two websites, your registration site, which is registration.bakervegas.net, which is where you as a team captain are inputting all your information. The bakervegas.net website will have all the stage maps and everything on there, and they have the GPS coordinates. That's it. Any other questions before I let you go? Oh, before I forget, turn in those raffle forms. If we can get them all turned in to Javier. If you have it filled out, just walk it on over to Javier real quick, so that way we can pull a winner. For my Zoom folks, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna exit because I'm finishing up now. I'm just gonna do the raffle here. I thank you guys all for jumping on a Zoom and going through this. Please make sure that you make arrangements to grab those shirts. We do not, as I said, want to take them out to Vegas. So please come and grab them.
Thank you.
Javier, floor is yours.